members do you guys have now?
Right now, we are approaching 1,000 people.
Is there an age limit? What are the qualifications for belonging?
There are no qualifications. Just our general, since we don't do like children's theater, they just need to be like teenage or older. And a lot of people, people can also purchase passes for guests, since some people aren't necessarily going to have a standard person they're always going to come with. They can essentially purchase one for themselves and then one for a guest. And right, and it's whoever they're bringing, that's around. So we frequently guest our patron. Yeah, but as far as people who use it, there's not really a age demographic that really fits into it. These the 20-somethings are frequently the people whom we were aiming for, but there's a lot of people who just see a lot of theater, and this just makes a lot of sense. And we do definitely have a small portion of audience who are 16 above, who get the Act Pass, and then they come down whenever they want to see a show and talk to the ticket office and be like, hey guys, I'm thinking about this, what do you think about this show? And so they use the Act Pass almost becomes a way of getting them in the door, and so they have a reason to come down to the ticket office and just have a conversation with them. So it's definitely serving a broader range than we had initially kind of focused on, but it's still hitting the range when we thought it would, but there's also these added benefits that are coming along with it.
Do you restrict the inventory available to Act Pass usage per show?
They are entitled to one included per pass, and then they can get additional tickets if they get them on the day of the show.
No, what I'm asking is, do you restrict the number of Act Pass users
Same terms of their potential.
within your capacity?
Not yet, because we still have enough real estate that's not an issue. So theoretically, that might be something down the road that no, any show that they can get tickets at the same time everybody else can get tickets. And so right now, Act Pass has, if there's a seat open, an Act Pass member can get it.
How much is that?
It's monthly charge. It's either 20 or 25.
And is it all you can get?
Yes, with it, we don't do benefits or special events, and then complete rentals we also usually don't partner with. But yeah, usually on the back end of it, we usually make an arrangement with the sponsor, because one of the great things about it is people who are presenting who partner with us will get a lot more draw, because they don't need to get the pool that they normally do to get new audiences. So essentially, like some of our series, like our Pinterest series, we don't have enough seats for, because between our Act Pass members and the people who are loyal to the program, the shows fill up very quickly. And so they have a population of about 1,000 people now who might not know anything about them, but they come into our space, and there's little reason except for time constraints that someone might go, oh yeah, go see who these people are. I don't know what they are.
So you can go and see, I can go to see every show presented if I wanted to.
Yep.
So there's no maximum.
Right? You can go back to the same show.
You can go back to the same show. On repeat visits, you need to get the ticket on the day of the show. But other than that, there's no restriction. And there are some people who are extremely active and come see almost all the shows, and then there are other people who are part of our new demographic, which we're trying to figure out, is the people who are essentially not using their passes, and we're trying to figure out, okay, how do we get them to start coming back so they don't decide that their passes aren't useful, which is one of the challenges that we're hitting right now, because we're just finally getting to that point where we've had members who are long enough now that if they haven't been using their passes, how do we stop them from becoming churned?
So here's my question. Why would people, devil's advocate, subscribe to the main stage series instead of just spending $25?
Well, that's why I was mentioning it. There's certainly a lot of benefits to being a Act Pass holder that are different than the benefits to a subscription. But subscribers for us, it's a bit demographic. There's people who like the number of having reserved seats, but they purchase all at once, and they know what seats they're going to have, and they have their set expectations of what they're going to get. And we also have the ability that those people, if they want to add on essentially what's a mini act pass, that allows them to see these other presentations that we're doing. Because actually, while you were talking about the SAM remix and all these, like, getting people to go from one program to the other, when we started our Central Heating Lab program, we found that we were hoping that they'd come to the Central Heating Lab and then they'd go to the main stage show, and our main stage people would go to the Central Heating Lab. That didn't seem to, there wasn't a lot of cross-pollination, because the people came to the main stage and were going, oh, that's interesting, let's go see that, and vice versa. So there was some of that, but it wasn't like to the degree, it wasn't the pipeline that we were envisioning. So, but with this, by allowing both sides, it's the people who want the security of subscription and the tradition of it. I mean, we have a lot of board members who look at the Act Pass and go, I still don't get it. What's going on? And we're like, well, it doesn't work like a subscription.
Right.
And they're like, do you want me to give up my subscription to get an Act Pass? We're like, no, you don't need to do that.
Right.
This is just a different way. So, making it so that there's kind of this gateway for either side to go see everything has really increased people's willingness to step over the line and go from our being the main stage subscribers, getting this little add-on and seeing shows like, I love it when our traditional main stage subscribers go and see like the Rostock Film Festival, which has all kinds of crazy films that are definitely not the same fare that they're seeing on our main stage.
So you see it as bringing in new revenue and new people as opposed to replacing revenue?
Yeah, and so far it seems like that's the case. It's a lot, subscribers aren't turning into just they're replacing their subscription with Act Pass for the most part.
Okay.
And a lot of the new Act Pass holders are people who haven't been